Quote of the day: "It is only when we take chances, when our lives improve, the initial and the most difficult risk that we need to take is to become honest." By Walter Anderson. 1. Exploring Russian culture. Russia is twice the size of the US and is made up of many different regions and ecosystems like massive rivers, deep freshwater lakes, wild plains, tundras, and forests. There are different climate zones from subtropical to polar. The Russian landscape is home to thick forest taiga, vast plain steppe, the highest mountain in Europe, Mount Elbrus in the Caucasus 5.642 m, the deepest lake in the world, Lake Baikal, and many other wonderful places. Russia is equally rich in history and traditions and has a deep cultural heritage of art and music. Though the Soviet Union ceases to exist, traces of this period can still be found in everyday Russian life in the habits and ways of thinking of Russian people, especially of the older generation. It's deeply rooted in Russian culture and requires respect and understanding. It's common to see people working outside in their vegetable gardens and old men sitting in the park playing chess. 2. Family dynamic. Russian families are generally hospitable and open-minded. They really like to spend time together, so it's not common to spend evenings sitting alone in one's room. Families in towns and cities tend to live in apartment. Single-family homes are more common in rural areas. A babushka and dedushka, grandma and grandpa, play a special role in the family. Weekends and holidays may be spent at the family country cottage, called dacha. Russian culture is shaped by an authoritarian way of thinking, so the relationship between generations is also shaped by respect and appreciation. Russian parents are mostly very protective of their kids. They usually make important decisions regarding their children themselves without discussion. They want to know everything about their children's lives and care very much what their child wears, eats, how, and where they spend their free time. They must always know where and with whom their kids go out, and at what time they are supposed to come home. Russians do not enter the house with their shoes on. People wear slippers in the house or just go barefoot. Immediately after they come home, they put on their slippers and change into comfortable clothes. The reason is that feeling comfortable at home means a lot to them, and that they don't like to carry the dirt of the streets into their home by wearing the same clothes as outside. 3. Teenage life. Teenagers in Russia enjoy going to the movies, watching TV, going to theaters and museums, and hanging out in cafes. Soccer, hockey, and track and field are very popular in Russia, as well as volleyball, skiing, and skating. Chess is also very popular both competitively and just for fun. Generally, family is very important in Russia. In Central European countries, teenagers like to spend more time with their friends and people of their own age. However, in Russia, it's still common to sit together with the family in the kitchen talking about daily life. 4. Holidays. Most Russians celebrate main religious holidays, such as Christmas and Easter. But not many Russians follow strictly all church rules or fast for Lent. Other major holidays include New Year, Russian Orthodox Christmas, Defender of the Fatherland Day, International Women's Day. Easter depends on church calendar, Labor Day, Victory Day, Russia Day, Unity Day. On Russian national holidays and birthdays of family members, the family gets together to have dinner. Russians tend to dress up for holidays. It is a tradition in Russia to give presents on holidays and special occasions like birthdays. One professional holiday all people celebrate is Teachers' Day on the first Sunday of October. Children and their parents greet teachers with flowers, small presents, and good wishes. Schools organize special events with concerts and talent shows. 5. Language and communication style. The official language is Russian, with another 27 official regional languages and over 100 minority languages. The Russian alphabet is Cyrillic. Russian belongs to the East Slavonic branch of the Indo-European family, which ties it to Greek and Latin. Its closest spoken relatives are Ukrainian and Belarusian. Over the centuries, its vocabulary and style have been influenced by German, French, and English. Russia is a country of high-context culture. This means that a lot of things are not said directly but must be understood. Usually Russians expect their family members to see or feel what should be done. Russian culture is not direct. People don't like to say negative things openly. An indifferent face doesn't mean indifference. Not every loud conversation is a quarrel. Smiling to a stranger is very rare. This is a traditional way of communication between people. Russian culture is a culture of sharing. There is a saying that even in need, a Russian person will share his last piece of bread with anyone by him and never eat it himself. This unspoken rule works among friends and family. 6. Food in Russia. In Russian culture, there is no fixed time for meals. People may have a snack or drink tea or coffee when they feel hungry. Generally, Russian cuisine is quite hearty. Most meals include pork, noodles, chicken, dumplings, potatoes, cabbage, beet soup, and cabbage soup. Pastries and sweets are often eaten for dessert. For breakfast, most Russians eat eggs, sausage, cheeses, bread, and hot cereal. Tea and coffee are both common, but tea occupies a particularly special place in Russian culture. If somebody is invited to drink tea, it doesn't mean just drinking tea. It means they are going to have a long heart-to-heart talk. This is a very Russian way to talk or discuss serious questions in a relaxed atmosphere, to solve problems, to share one's feelings or show one's love and affection. Russians can drink tea several times a day. 7. Education system. Russia is an incredibly diverse and multicultural country, and the number of international students is increasing every year. It is the kindness, gentleness and helpful nature of the Russians that make Russian universities a top choice for students. Additionally, short-term Russian language courses and preparatory departments can help you adjust to life in Russia. The Russian educational system has a great reputation, both domestically and internationally, making studying in Russia a prestigious and beneficial experience. Global university rankings cite them as among the leading universities in areas such as physics, engineering, medicine, and social sciences. As part of its ambitious higher education agenda, the Russian government has emphasized quality and international standing. The Russian Federation is an enormous country where you can meet plenty of local and international students who have realized their dreams in science and research.